morning, Dan.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. No one ever says good morning to Dan.
The first thing I said when I came in, dude.
I was just messing with you, man.
Eeyore.
You're just chopped liver, Jim, apparently.
Thanks for noticing me.
Everybody forgot my birthday. Actually, speaking of birthdays, today's my dad's birthday. So
Oh, happy birthday, Dad.
happy birthday, Dad. I actually texted him. My sister called me. She's like, "Did you call Dad this morning and wish him happy birthday?" I was like, "I texted him like I have for everything else."
I thought it was funny when you had 28 people text your mom.
Well, when she makes that fudge and brings it to the office.
Yeah, you guys don't understand how much that means to my mom when people randomly text her and say hi. And like, my mom is a social vampire. Like, she just needs the attention. It just fills her heart with joy that people think of her. That and it powers her up to make 900 pounds of fudge. That's some damn good fudge, though.
Sounds like I gotta make a trip to Arizona.
What I'll do, Jim, in Christmas time, I'll send you a tin. She makes chocolate, peanut butter, and chocolate with walnuts.
Yeah, this is no nuts.
No nuts. Just chocolate and peanut butter. Send you the tin.
Best way to ruin fudge or a brownie or ice cream. Throw some.
Ah, dude, I love brownies with walnuts in it. You hush your mouth. You liberal. So liberal without nuts.
It's like
All right.
putting raisins in something. Ugh.
Yeah, oh God, raisins and cookies are the reason I have trust issues. Okay, people, don't
This
ruin
explains so much. Walnuts and brownies and raisins and cookies, man, this just unlocked like such a deeper level of understanding.
I hate
Oatmeal
it.
raisin cookies is one of the best cookies ever made.
Jim.
Shut
Okay,
your dirty
hold on.
mouth. Chocolate
Guys,
chip is, what are you, un-American?
go
Get out of
ahead.
here.
Let's go ahead and ask Jim what he thinks again. Oh wait, he's muted. This is not an open debate, sir. You are wrong. Get over it. Oatmeal chocolate chip, I'll give you that. Oatmeal raisin, get out of here, you communist.
You're probably a pineapple on pizza person.
I mean, I don't hate it, but it's not my pizza is ham and mushroom, baby.
What about raw tomatoes? That's another ruined pizza.
Raw tomatoes on pizza, that's kind of weird. That's a salad. That's a salad with a giant breadstick. All right, now that we're off to absolutely the best start possible for this Thursday, what are your wins, your celebrations?
It's kind of a win, but I lost that TOD buyer. But she called me back, which was a win. So I made an impact.
Did she end up going with her friend?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And she goes, my friend doesn't have near the production you have. I'm like, well, is that important to you? Clearly not as important.
Is Jim the only one working? The only one? Do I have to like prime you
Well,
all?
I have one. I have one. So my parents' neighbor's house is up for sale. It's a probate sale, and they want it for my sister. It'd be a startup, not a startup. Yeah, startup home for my sister. So
Starter home.
starter home. Yeah. So they want it at all costs, and I'm gonna get it for them. So
At all costs? 8% commission to the buyer's agent?
I'm the buyer's agent.
I'm just saying, all costs,
Yeah.
baby. Mom, Dad,
They
this
want
seller said you could have the house, but you have to give me $300,000.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I won't do that.
Only charge them
I'll,
150.
I'll get it for them. I'm gonna ask them to ask the seller's agent sexy questions. So
Yeah, I love that. You guys remember the sexy questions. Ask the questions to get people thinking.
yeah, so
Sexy.
for sure.
If you guys missed that class, the sexy questions class, go to my YouTube, search Big Dan Caldwell. Under the lives, you'll find all of these videos on there, and one of them that we tagged, it actually has a colorful thumbnail. It says sexy questions. We talked about questions to get people thinking. So love that. What
I have
else?
a win. I'm predicting a win for today. I have
Okay.
a showing at 12:30 today with a lady that I talked to her on the phone. She said that the reason she's needing to see the house is because her husband already saw the house yesterday with someone because she launched into it by saying, what's with this commission stuff and agents and signing documents and all of that jazz. And so I explained the buyer broker to her and the two different forms because I could sense some trepidation, if you will. And she said, okay, well, that makes it a little complicated because my husband already toured this house with another agent yesterday. And I said, oh, okay. So you guys are already signed with somebody then? She said, no, I didn't sign anything. Okay, well, did your husband sign something? No, he didn't sign it either. The agent sent it to us over email, but we never signed it. And I don't like him. And I said, oh, okay, I'm just curious, who's the agent? And it's the seller's agent, Dan, on that one I just closed, the Redfin guy. So he showed this house without the buyer broker being signed, is already rubbing them the wrong way.
Is he
And
the
then-
listing agent on that house?
No,
Oh, thank God.
yeah. So it's going to be, so she and I had a pretty good connection yesterday. And I said, okay, well, let me get your email. I'll send you those forms so you can see them ahead of time. I'll bring them in person so we can sign them together. I can answer any questions that you've got. We'll start with the one showing one because she said she wanted to sign that. And I said, you know, we'll start with that. And then hopefully I'll earn your business enough so we can work together full time.
There we go.
And then I said, I'll send this email to you. And then I'm just going to leave you be until tomorrow. And I'll let Lonnie go ahead and keep blowing up your phone. Because she said, she's like, now all these people are like reaching out to me. I'm already annoyed. So we had some chuckles. So that's going to be a win because I'm going to get them as clients today.
And an offer put in under contract
Yep.
in 30 days. I love that, girl. Keep
Yep.
going. Right?
Yep. Because they're in a rental and they need to move quick.
Boom. What about the rest of you blank faces? Amanda, Mara, Serena, Alexa, Greg, Julie.
I
was
voted
to
pre-approve.
I look all of it once. I love it. All of it once. Call in the
We all ran
conversation.
when we heard our
Speak.
name.
Okay. What do you got, Amanda?
So I don't know if you guys know, probably not, but I'm not a realtor yet. But
Yet?
I did schedule my exam.
It's exciting.
Yes, so that's my win.
When's your test?
The 28th.
Okay, cool. That's
So hopefully I'll be back here with some good news.
so you don't want to do it sooner? Just get
Hope's
Not-
not a strategy. You will be back here with good news.
I hate-
Yes, I love it. Thank you.
Hope is an agent, not a strategy. Okay. It was a funnier joke when we actually used to have Hope on this call. Mara remembers Hope.
I was going to say, she's kind of got the best name, Hope All Day.
Yeah,
Like-
Hope All Day. Her last name All Day.
Come on.
All Day. Kind of a great name. There are some
Right?
agents out there. Their names are just set up for this business. Like I know a guy. His name is Waco Star.
I was just going to say that name. I was just going to bring him up. I was
Love
like, you
Waco.
cannot make
Fantastic.
that up.
Fantastic opera guy. Not that they're better agents than you and I just love their name, Waco Star and Hope All Day. It's fantastic. Mikey would say that there's a couple out there that he like. The names are interesting, but he hates those agents because they're just absolute trash bandits. So, just buckets of raccoon turds. Well, we have completely divulged into nothing of importance. So let's retrack us. What conversations, topics, objections, or situations do you guys want to talk about today that make you more successful in real estate?
I have a question.
What you got?
So, my neighbors want to go and look at a house. So, I was wondering if I were to sell their house as well, it has to be the same percentage, right? It could be different. Okay, that was just my question.
There's a conversation around consistency, right? If your listing compensation changes frequently from deal to deal to deal, it becomes scrutinable. It could be dived into deeper because if someone could say, well, you gave me a higher percentage because I'm black. No, I gave you a higher percentage because you're my sister's ex-boyfriend and we don't like you. But if you charge everyone the same and there's not a lot of variance, then there's no way of someone saying, well, you charged me more because I'm a man. No, I charged you more because you're an asshole. And that's the difficult client fee.
You don't put that in the notes, do you?
No, I don't. But that's the thing is you can see how that can easily be parlayed. That's why when we do for one, we do for all. Have consistency.
If you
Let
put
it
table
be
fee in the
consistent.
notes, it'll clear that up, by the way.
What, the asshole fee?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put that on the notes.
Well, if you put the notes, they can't claim that it was because of something else.
Yeah, but that's why you consistent. Like if your buyer's compensation is always around this percentage, that's great. Or if your seller's compensation is always around this percentage, that's great. Let the adjustments be the rarity, not the rule. Like mine 4%, like I'm 4%. If they're active military, 0.5% reduction. If they're prior customers, 0.5% reduction. There's some changes there, but there's a reason behind it. And I'll talk to them. You know what? Because your past clients will do it for X. Because you're active military, you'll do it for X. Because this will do it for X. It creates that conversation, and we don't have the bouncing pendulum. Not that any of us would ever put ourselves in a position of scrutiny like that, but you never know what's going to happen on the other end, because your clients might just be absolutely awesome today, and then tomorrow things go completely sideways. We all remember the conversation of the lady I had to fire a couple weeks ago. She instantly went into, you're doing this because I'm a woman and you're taking advantage of me. No, 80% of my clients are women. So don't you dare say that. Look at this call. There are 2 guys. Clearly, I have a problem. How dare you guys get on this call? This is just us and the girls, okay? But that's why you can say, there's a consistency, right? No, I did this because of that. I did this because of that. Just have documentation for it. But they don't have to be the same. You could also charge more for land. You could charge more for commercial. You could charge more for unique stuff. Like if you got an investor that's out there looking for something that you're going to have to do a lot more boots on the ground stuff for, remember that. It's your professional fee. And if you can argue it, it really isn't a reason to get scrutinized. Jim, what'd you put in the chat here?
I forgot it was recorded. I'm talking crap about a FSBO listing.
That's okay.
Hammered and way overpriced.
The pictures are fucking garbage.
They're terrible.
Here's, guys, I hope you have the time to look at things like this. Look at the online listings of houses in the neighborhood that are like just garbage, ugly listings. Bad photographs, bad descriptions, bad lighting, terrible pricing. So you can showcase value to your potential seller clients and say, this is what I do. We don't do this, we do this. And then cue angel noise. Oh, right? How many agents in your market are putting $1 million listings with cell phone pictures? You ever seen that?
Oh yeah, no, it drives me nuts.
Abby shaking her head, yeah. So
That's my pet peeve.
this
My
is what
favorite is when you get the picture of themselves in the mirror.
Oh yeah, I try to not. Sometimes you have to because you're doing the walkthrough videos, but I try. But this goes back to consistency, right? Oh, you didn't take professional photos because you didn't think my house was valuable enough, right? Again, no, what you do for one, you do for all. I hire the same company to do the photos for a trailer or a junk piece of land that I will for $1 million listing. Because nobody could come back to me and say, because of X, you gave me poor service or you marginalized me in some way. No, I do the same for everything. I have a consistency. Remember, we talk about that in performances. It's consistency over intensity. So if you're doing, let's say you do 100 listings in your career in the next 5 years, 20 a year, and every one of those has a certain style, a certain message, a certain aesthetic, a certain quality to it, is that not becoming your brand identity? My brand represents all of this quality, aesthetic, represents the clients that we serve. It starts to speak to who you are. But if someone goes and they look you up, and they can do that. They can go to Zillow and they can look in Jim Fuller, and all the houses Jim's been tagged in the seller or an agent on pop up. And they can go through and look at the pictures and they can look at the different houses. They can get an idea of what Jim markets. That will create a story of what Jim does. So if you've got 53 different types of aesthetics in your photos and everything's bounced back and forth and all kinds of crazy stuff, is that telling a story of consistency, of quality, of professionalism? No. What you do for one, do for all. If you're going to buy somebody a home warranty, then think about, is that something I want to do with every deal? No, then find a justification for why you're doing it for this deal. Any questions, thoughts? Look at Jim Fuller. Jim Fuller Realty Group by Epic. EPIQUE. What the hell?
They're cheap, bud. They're cheap.
Epiqui. All right. Guys, I'm tired of talking. Someone else, bring me some points of view.
Okay, I have a really random one, but I've been contemplating this. Is anybody doing open houses on Easter?
No.
I have a listing going live that weekend like a dummy.
Because
I thought it was Easter.
I do too, and that's why I'm like, I might just do it, but I also am like, is anybody gonna come?
Who cares?
Do you know why you do open houses, Gracie?
Get exposure for my listing.
Okay.
I'm doing an open house too. Sorry.
And how does that exposure show up?
By doing it, I guess.
Tell me more.
By just showing up and doing it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it. When you do an open house, what are the facets of the open house? Right. One, we have, of course, you're there at the property with the door open. Fantastic. Whatever. People can just walk in. But now you have signs around the neighborhood that are hopefully branded to you or the brand or something that are getting people to look in that direction. And maybe they don't stop by, but they do. Oh, there's an open house. Oh, there's a house for sale. Oh, it's for sale by Gracie Liebert. Oh, I didn't know these things. I wasn't paying attention. And now I see it. Boom. Exposure. Secondly, they're actually looking for houses. They're looking for something in that neighborhood. They see an open house sign. They get excited because now they're like, you know what? We wanted to live in this area. Let's go see what the houses actually look like. They stop by. Here's an introduction. There's another exposure. Fantastic. Third, you have to put it online because you're going to, market the fact that your house is open house so it shows up in the search criteria. So when people are looking for houses on their cellular devices in that neighborhood, there's a bunch of red dots and one yellow one. Why do you think they go to that yellow one? Because it's an open house. It's like, oh, this is a yellow and this one's different. There's exposure.
So the answer is 100% yes, I should.
Yeah, I am.
I am too.
I'm doing an open house. I'm doing a grand opening, and hopefully people come from church and they come right over and see it. I'm gonna have everything out. So I
What
think it's
time are
a good
you gonna do it?
opportunity. From 2 to 4.
Okay.
I think there's plenty of
Somewhere.
people that don't celebrate Easter.
Yeah.
And Easter is one of those, now in my experience, like Labor Day and Memorial Day, I have not had much success on those weekends.
I've had some great drunk conversations with people in the neighborhood on Memorial Day.
I'm putting out flyers and everything, passing them around in the neighborhood.
I just wanted the conversation to be around, like, what if no one shows up? Was it still a waste of time?
No, because you could get work done. You could film social media content.
Well, the signs are out for marketing.
There's the door knock too. It's not just the open house.
Right.
Everything that goes alongside of the open house, not just the physical presence of people walking in. It's everything else.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
how I got
either way.
this house.
Okay.
That's how I got this house from 2 years ago. I was doing another open house and I door knocked them and put my flyer there. So that's how I got this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna door knock either way. I was just contemplating this specifically because it's my birthday weekend and I was 100% wanting to sacrifice that for my open house. But then I was like, wait, the next day's Easter.
No, here's the thing,
I was
Gracie.
gonna go out and I'm like, you know what? I don't trust myself and I don't want to be hungover for my open house. So I'm just not gonna go out for my birthday.
So get yourself some happy birthday balloons. Okay? Put them in your open house.
That's
I
kind
would
of
make
picky.
it like a come to my birthday party thing. Like I'd make a whole
And
freaking.
then that's the thing. That's exactly where I was going with it, Christina. And then you can do a social media thing. Guys, it's my birthday. I'm having an open house. Come to my birthday party. Bring me some treats.
Send me the address. I'll send a box of cupcakes.
I was gonna say you need cupcakes for sure.
So one of the open
I'm
houses.
gonna look like a pick me agent.
And
So
I love it, Gracie. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Gracie, here's the thing. We are pick me agents. Because in a room full of 1,000 agents, what do you want them to do? You want them to pick
Pick
me.
me, choose me.
Fuck out of here with your attitude of pick me agent. I want to be a pick me agent. My tagline is your friend in real estate, Big Dan Caldwell. It's the most arrogant thing you can say to somebody. But they remember it. Pick me. I drive a big ass lifted truck in traffic. They see me. Pick me. I'm loud. I'm bald. I'm crazy. Pick me. That's my job, baby. My job is to be picked. One of my best open houses, I did that. Hey guys, it's my birthday and I'm at an open house. I'm bored. I'm tired. Bring me an energy drink. Guess how many energy drinks I got? 20.
How many? 20.
I got 20. One of my friends dropped off a 6-pack. But they came by just to say hi, give me a hug, give me some love.
And the point is, none of those friends bought that house. But when those friends have friends that are looking to do real estate, they send them to the guy they sent the energy drinks to.
It's the pick me energy, if you want to talk about that. It's the I'm the yellow dot. I am the shining star. I am the thing that they're like, that was dumb as hell, but it was funny. Because they remembered it. I did something different than the Giacomo down the street. I didn't just put a sign up in the yard and pray and hope someone came by. I had fun. It wasn't even my listing. And it's a
You wanna
listing
go
that's
to
been
the-
on the market for like 150 days.
I was gonna say, do you want to go to the open house where the stuffy agent makes you force you to sign in, or do you want to go to the birthday party?
Yeah. Maybe if it's a vacant home, Gracie.
hell, I would make a Facebook event about it.
No, it's
Open house birthday party.
occupied. So I mean, I need to ask them too, like what their plans are before. But also I'm gonna be like, well, we just put in a contingent offer, so sorry, let's I'm gonna do an open house on
Tell them
Easter.
they're throwing you a birthday party.
Yeah, you're throwing me a birthday party, but let me throw a birthday party in your house for the open house time just to get people in the door. I love the idea of open house birthday party.
I'm gonna use it anyway. It's not even my birthday.
Jesus
bad idea.
raised from the dead. So I'm having an open house. Come visit. Halloween.
You could have bunny ears and they could take pictures with, Easter
Yeah.
bunny.
This is way easy to have fun with. And it's
Easter
not
backdrop. Oh yeah, you could do like a mini Easter egg hunt.
I have little I made little Easter like open house party favors for this month. So I've been handing those out, but I still have like 15 left. So I have those too. They're little bunny bags and there's jelly beans in them and a cute little card. So I've been giving them to all the kids.
people come through without
I have
their
another
kids. You got any
question.
kids?
I
Here,
have a,
bunny bags.
what do you do about a house what other marketing can you do for a home that's in a resort where you can't go door knocking or anything or put out signs around?
Well, what can you do?
What's
Mailers.
What? No. What else? Let's
Mailers?
Audra just think for herself. Real
Oh,
quick.
sorry.
What can you do?
Yeah, social media, yeah.
What else?
Somebody said mailers.
No one said mailers. Not just ignore that. What else can you do, Audra?
Talk to people. I can't go
How?
door knocking in the neighborhood.
I'm gonna time
Um,
out. Why not?
Why not?
because they won't allow it.
Why?
You can't pester them.
You
Some
can't pressure
people,
them,
I
or you
mean,
can't solicit them.
you can't solicit them.
Okay, you're not soliciting, you're inviting. You're not
Great.
trying to sell them anything.
Legal gray zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Audrey, mailers works. Most communities like that have a community center. Most communities like that probably have people walking around in the morning.
Newsletter.
Newsletters, flyers, like you can do, there's a program through the US Mail, it's called Every Door Direct. You can buy the route, send all the stuff to that. So it's every house.
Why don't you cold call?
You could pick up the phone and be like, yo, hey.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
know they've got landlines still, Audra. You know they do.
Yeah, if it's a community like that, they
I
definitely
said, you know they've got landlines still.
You could even do you could ask Tidal to do like a mass voicemail thing for that community
Mhm.
and invite neighbors that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is there a local place just outside of that, like somewhere that you know they go for breakfast often or coffee?
Yeah, it's like in a kind of away from the city, out in rural. There are places, and I did go and try to put flyers for open houses in all the areas that I could, at churches around that area.
Do you have any coffee shops around there?
No, they're all in the city. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of people, because it's a 55 and up community.
Yep.
And it's out away from the city, kind of. So yeah, cold calling, mailers. And you said what kind of mailing did you say, Dan? I want to write that down.
Every Door Direct.
But Tidal also usually just gives you names and
Yeah.
addresses for any neighborhood you ask for.
Okay.
But you can use what is it called? Fast People search to get their phone numbers.
Audrey, use because you could go on the First American website, the Reignite for First American, and you can select the whole neighborhood in there. It'll give you the list, and then they have postcard templates if you want to do a postcard or letters or whatever.
Do you have to sign up and pay anything for that?
Well, you pay for the postage, but it's fairly
yeah.
cheap through First American.
It's what?
It's fairly cheap. Like I sent out 500 and some the other day, and I did it expedited, and it cost me $400.
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't need to expedite it, it would cost you less, obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
Was today good? I think that it was a good call. You guys got excited about some stuff and realized just exposure, consistency and exposure. Be consistent with your marketing, be consistent with your message, be consistent with your actions, and then go out there and be a pick-me. I've actually never heard that term other than just what Gracie said, so I had to Google it. It's actually a pretty derogatory thing. How dare you? How dare, I'm kidding. Guys, go do something crazy. Go do something that's going to get you picked. Go do something that's going to get people to look your way. And that's okay. That's what this business is all about, is being magnetic. Draw them to you. Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I got a t-shirt.
You got a t-shirt?
Yeah.
That's
no, a realtor t-shirt. My information. I can help you sell homes. I put that on my t-shirt.
Oh, I'm shameless about it. You just Macy grade the crap out of that, Audrey. You get it, girl.